Hey guys, it's day 6 of Get Your Mind Off the Coronavirus. So today we are going to be doing calligraphy. So if you guys have heard of this, there are things called bullet journals, and they're basically regular journals except for instead of lines, they have little tiny dots. So you can draw and do calligraphy and do all sorts of stuff with them and plan, and they're really fun. And so I thought I would show you a few styles that I like to do in bullet journals. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first font we are going to do is just basic lowercase letters. Okay, so when I do this, I like to keep my letters pretty round. So when I do my A's, I'll draw circles and I'll just add a little line there. And that helps it get like really round, and that's a nice look for bullet journals. Okay, the next font we are going to do is more of a quirky font, I guess. So basically all of the lowercase letters will be the same size. And yes, for all of you perfectionists, I did forget the R in February. So as you can see, the B, its little hump is smaller than the E, but the whole overall letters are the same size. So you can sort of see how that works. And then the Y is small at the top, but then it goes down and it's the same size as the R. So the next font we will be doing is, I like to call it a ladder step lowercase font, because you're going to move around the letters in positions like that. Or you could also go 2 at a time. So like that. And in longer words, it would just keep going on that pattern and sort of be like a zigzag line. The next font we have is a tilted lowercase. So I'm going to start with my A, and it's going to be a little tilted. See how it's like tilted on its side, so it's sort of resting on that point instead of the bottom of it. And then the P will be straight. And then the R is going to be a little tilted this way. It's like the A. And then the I will be tilted that way. And then the L will just be straight. So you can sort of see, you can build a little pattern there if you want. Okay. So the next font that we have is skinny caps. They'll generally be, the letters will be really close together. And then if you want, you can add some little things like that. Added those little lines to the points of the letter. That is also another style that you could do. The next font that we are going to do is 3D block letters, and in capitals. So first, I'm just going to draw the regular block letter. Okay, so we have our block letters right there, and now we're going to make them 3D. So decide which way they're going to be going, if you want the 3D-ness to go that way or that way. So I'm going to have it be going to the left, and we are going to draw a little line from the J from each little point. So once you do that, you're going to connect the little dots. You end up with something that looks like this. And you can either color those in or not color them in, or like do whatever you want in those little spaces to make it look shaded. Okay, the next font that we will be doing is capital letters again with dots in between. There we go, so you have July right there. And you can also add those things that we put on May, so those little lines. So the next font that we will be doing is a mixture of capital and lowercase letters. So sometimes this can look super cool, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So it's just an option for people to have. So it kind of looks like that in the end. Okay, so the next font that we will be doing is just regular cursive. Okay, so that's what regular cursive looks like. I did mess up right there. I put an M, I spelled it wrong, so I did make it into a P and a T instead. So that was just a mistake on my part. So the next font that we will be doing is Fox cursive. So basically it kind of has the blocky feel to it. So I will show you here. This is kind of hard to do because it's really small, but if you guys can see that, then there's like little lines on the right side of each vertical line. Okay, so the next font that we will be doing is called Bounced Cursive. It's kind of a little bit like this, where each letter kind of is not at the same level, so it's not resting on the same horizontal line. And we're gonna dip it down like that, and then we're going to go here for the O. Then we're gonna go up a little bit for the B. Down for the E. Up for the M. So you can see that it sort of gives more like playful feel. So the next and final font we will be doing is kind of a mix of all of the cursives. So I'm going to try that. Okay, so you can see how I did that with the lines, and I added a little swirl next to the D. I'm gonna add a little loop there. Like that to finish it off. So these are all the fonts that I like to use for bullet journals. I also want to show you 12 designs that you can use for either your border or like lines for under your words. So I'm just gonna draw some lines and then I will design them and I will show you some things that I like to do. So for the first one, we're just gonna do like a little branch. We're gonna do like little leaves. Like that, and then you can also add little flowers if you want. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to make an arrow. So I'm just going to draw it like that. And then we are going to draw feathers going off the other side. For the next line, we are going to do this. I'm making a little curve like that. And then I'm gonna make another curve right there. Okay, so you can just leave it like that, or you can color them in. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to act as if the line is a little ground, like a little flower bed, and then we are going to add little plants. So you can add short ones, tall ones, anything you want to. So you can also draw little dots at the end. Okay, so another one that I thought of would be like little dots at the end. And I'm going to add a little highlight to them. So I'm going to color them in, but first I'll add a little section that I'm going to highlight. You could also add like dots along it. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna sort of do like a zigzag line through it. And this one does look cool for words that are bold, kind of like June. The diagonal lines can go well with that kind of thing. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to add just little circles along it. Okay, so it'll kind of look like that. It could be bubbles or little rocks or something, but I think that's always cute. Okay, so for the next one, I am going to add little lines. They go every about 4 dots. Okay, so it looks like kind of like a segment thing, and so with that you can extend the lines if you want, and you can put your letters in between them, so you can draw letters on top. Okay, so this one, I want to draw boxes on the ends. So this one is all about the ends of the line. For the next one, I am going to add little triangles. Like that, and then we're going to add little tiny triangles in between those. So this could be a cool one for the border of your bullet journal. So I'm just going to go ahead and color these little ones in. I'm going to color half of them in, so it gives kind of like a highlight on the side. Okay, so for the next one, we're just going to draw lots of spirals. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to draw like little mountains, I think. Okay guys, so that's the end of our designs, and I hope you enjoyed that piece of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye!